know some of you are still finishing up and eating dessert, and I'm going to go through just some comments and remarks before we bring our honorees up and their guests and parents. So first, I'd like to take the opportunity to share some thoughts with our valedictorian, salutatorian, and our soon-to-be graduates. Life doesn't always work the way we'd like it to. It's not always fair or easy, and often there's great pain and suffering. This is one of life's great truths. The world will not devote itself to making us happy. It is up to each one of us individually to find the path of happiness and success. So far, each of you has created a great start for yourselves. You have worked hard, and your teachers and parents would agree that you have a strong work ethic, which is essential to achieving your dreams. You have also learned through your years here at Northmont the basic values of respect, responsibility, and citizenship, and how these important three words and the actions behind them are important to us as individuals and our society. As children, we learn the necessity of respect for each other and the environment, and how it's our responsibility to be held accountable for our actions or inactions. And it's our obligation as citizens to work to better our society. This means that you, I, or we cannot just sit back and watch things happen, or worse yet, ask what happened. We need to make things happen. You have acquired the needed skills and developed a strong sense of character. You have the support as witnessed by your friends and family here tonight, and I challenge you to be the change you want to see in the world. Make a difference. I would like to ask each of our valedictorians and salutatorian to please stand, if you would. And now I ask each of the parents and special guests to join me in congratulating these outstanding students in their academic success. I have Joel Anderson, and Joel is finished, so. And Joel plans to attend Marietta College to pursue a bachelor's degree in petroleum engineering. And if you want to bring your parents up.
Hello. My name is Joel Anderson, and you guys already know that. So, a little bit about who got me here are my parents. It's Jeff Anderson, my dad, and my mom, Cheryl Anderson. No one else has been better than they at keeping me on track and helping me to succeed. I would like to say thank you to my mom and dad for all they have done. And here today is my special guest, Mrs. Burkett, who is a secretary in the main office. There are countless reasons why I brought her here today. I have been working with her in the main office as an aide ever since my sophomore year. My favorite thing about Mrs. Burkett is her ability to brighten my day and how I can always count on her to make me laugh. I've said more than once that she is one of the sweetest ladies I know. By the way, Mrs. Burkett secretly runs the high school for 37 years.
It's no secret.
And I know all the students will be surprised to know how much she does behind the scenes. Personally, Mrs. Burkett has always been a role model to me because she has taught me how to overcome life's challenges with dignity and a sense of humor. From best of the bolts to calling down kids from administrators, Mrs. Burkett definitely has her hands full. Thank you, Mrs. Burkett, for putting up with me in the office, and thank you for all you have done for the Northmont student body and the administrators. Speaking of administrators, I would like to recognize the administrator who has joined us at our table tonight. He happens to be Kelsey and my favorite redheaded mentor. Mr. Ingrot, would you please stand and be recognized? Mr. Ingrot has written letter after letter of recommendation for both of us and has been present at almost all school events Kelsey and I were involved in during our senior year. From gymnastics meets to football games and even a dance recital, he has always been there supporting us. His dedication and compassion towards my family has not only helped us to grow and succeed, but will always stay with us. Thank you, Mr. Ingrot, for going above and beyond your role as a teacher and administrator. Most importantly, thank you for your investment in us. Thank you. That's all I got.
Thank you, Joel. Okay, Kelsey Anderson. Kelsey will be attending Miami University to work on a business degree in marketing. And how nice, we have the same parents back up again.
Okay, like she said, my name's Kelsey Anderson. My mom and dad, you already met them, that's Joe, and that's Jeff. My parents have been by my side every step of the way during my high school career. They've been there to support me and encourage me to try my best. Without them, I wouldn't be the person that I am today. So thank you, Mom and Dad. Here with me today is Mr. Higgins, my special guest. There are several reasons why I asked Mr. Higgins to be my guest tonight. First of all, I've been his aide for the past 3 years, although this year he's gotten the privilege to see me 2 times a day. So yeah. Let's see. He's always interested in hearing how I'm doing about my gymnastics meets, diving, or cheerleading, or simply just what I've been up to over the weekend. Every day he greets me with a huge smile. Something that truly meant a lot to me was that Mr. Higgins came to all of my home gymnastics meets to watch me compete over the last 4 years. He also came to this year's homecoming football game to watch me be crowned homecoming queen. He didn't want to miss that special event for me. Also, if I'm having a bad day or my physics test didn't go the way I thought it would, I can always count on Mr. Higgins to cheer me up and put the smile back on my face. This is a prime example of how he genuinely cares about his students, and for that I'm truly grateful. Finally, both Mr. Higgins and I were cheerleaders. This was something that I really enjoyed sharing with him. I was able to tell him all about cheerleading and gymnastics, and he actually knew what I meant, so I wouldn't have to explain everything to him, which was nice. He was kind enough to spot me on Sandy Tucks every day for 2 months for cheerleading tryouts, and he often came in before school to help me get that. We also partnered climbing several times throughout the year, which was very special for me since I never get to do that. I would like to thank him for putting up with me for the past 3 years and for letting me run errands during class, or talk to teachers and administrators. Thanks for being a great teacher and an amazing friend throughout my high school career.
Our next student is Michaela Behrens. And Michaela plans to attend Bowling Green State University, yay, to acquire a Bachelor of Arts in Communications degree with a musical theater specialization.
So I'm Michaela Behrens. This is my mom, Joni Behrens, and of course my dad is Greg Behrens. So I want to thank them, for encouraging me at school. Obviously, it's kind of hard to slack off when your dad's, right down the hall. But I appreciate him always being there for me to, have him sign forms or give me money or help out with those sorts of things. But I just want to thank them for everything they've done, for being so supportive and coming to all my shows. And my special guest is Mrs. Strader. She's obviously been in my life for the past 4 years a lot, since I've spent over 800 hours in the drama club at Northmont, so it's a lot of time together. But the theater program at Northmont is so special to me and so near and dear. It's a really amazing program. It's one of the best. you go to other theaters and their theaters aren't as nice or their shows aren't as well put together.
My name is Evan Fleming. My parents are Doug Fleming and Gwen Fleming. I would like to thank them for helping me throughout the years to push towards my lifetime goal of attending West Point, and also for helping me with the loads of paperwork and deadlines that I had to sort through throughout the year. My special guest tonight is Lieutenant Colonel Knotts. He is the Senior Naval Science Instructor of our NJROTC program this year, which is become area champions for the 8th year in a row. And down at Nationals, we were able to place 6th place out of some 630 NJROTC units throughout the nation. Colonel Knotts has been my mentor and one of the most influential people in my life for the past 4 years. He has taught me what it means to be in charge of others and to put the needs of others ahead of my own. He's helped me change from the small, shy boy many of you used to know into the type of person I am today and influence the type of leader I will become in the future. He has helped me out with so much over the years, including my West Point application, and I would like to thank him for everything that he's done for me and the rest of the students in the NJROTC program.
Krista Kanapke. Krista plans to attend St. Mary's College in Notre Dame, Indiana, to study communicative disorders and attain a master's degree in speech pathology. Krista will also be playing basketball.
Hello, I'm Krista Kanapke, and I'm here with my parents and Coach Adams, Dan Kanapke and Susan Kanapke. And I would like to thank them first just for everything that they've done for me over my past 13 years of education and all the help that they've given me on papers and projects and just whenever I needed someone to vent to or be stressed out about something about. And for supporting me and never pressuring me, and my best was always good enough, and that was always good enough, so thank you for that. And my special guest is Coach Adams, and he has been my basketball coach for the past 4 years. So we've gotten to know each other very well. And we've learned a lot from each other, I think, and he's taught me a lot about not just basketball, but a lot of different aspects of life. The main thing I would say is leadership, and I've been a captain for varsity for 4 years, and at first I was not very comfortable in that position as a freshman, but he helped me, and I definitely gained a lot of leadership qualities over the years, so that was very helpful. And also, he's always cared a lot about academics for our whole team, and we've ran a lot of sprints for bad grades. So that was encouraging for me to help my teammates out a lot, and another form of leadership with academics on our team. So that was another. So thank you very much.
And next we have Anthony Mariano. Mariano. Did I get that right? Close. All right. Okay. All right. You can come up and help me with it because I think I got one more after you. Anthony will be going to the University of Dayton and majoring in mechanical engineering.
Hello, I'm Anthony Majorano. It's a complicated last name. So, today I brought with me my parents, Sandy and Vince, and then my special guest, Madame Izash. I'd like to thank my parents for supporting me with everything I've done. especially with volleyball. Since we don't have a bus from the school, the volleyball teams relied on carpooling, and my dad has driven us to almost every single away volleyball game. So I'd like to thank you for that. And then also for being at all my volleyball games, especially during tri-matches on Saturdays when they can be awfully empty. It's always nice to have a few fans in the stands. Madame Bezache was my French teacher for 3 years, and her greatest impression on me was helping me realize how lucky I was to be both intelligent and a hard worker. Over the 4 years I've known Madame Bezache, my French name was Joseph, and her trademark phrase to me was, "Don't change, Joseph." I would hear this almost on a weekly basis, I'm pretty sure. Well, I think I got the message. Thank you for everything, Madame Bezache.
And next we have Samantha Mariano. And Samantha will be attending Miami University to study zoology in preparation for a future in veterinary medicine.
As she said, my name is Samantha Mariano, and needless to say, I have the exact same parents as Anthony. And it's great to know that they were always on my back doing homework. Even when those projects, they were nagging me like 3 weeks before it was even started. So I couldn't procrastinate too much on that. And they also had to put up every single time I was getting frustrated and decided to procrastinate anyway. And my special guest is Mrs. Smith, and I had her for Spanish for 1 year. Kind of hard to describe her in 2 sentences, and the only way that's happening is if it's 2 run-on sentences. She was like the only teacher that I felt comfortable enough to actually talk to. I don't know how she managed to do that. But I always felt comfortable talking with her, and I could pretty much tell her almost anything. And she was like a great mentor, and she seems to know the answer to every question except maybe math questions. But she was just great to be around.
And next we have Bailey Myers. Bailey will be heading to the University of Dayton for a degree in pre-dentistry.
Okay, so I'm Bailey Myers, obviously. And I would first like to thank God for getting me into this position that I'm standing in right now. Because without him, I wouldn't have been able to do any of this. Tonight I have my parents, Doug and Angie, and my physics teacher, Mr. Martin. I'd like to thank my parents, my dad for teaching me not to be a victim, even when I was crying, because I would get frustrated with too much work or anything like that, and he always just said, don't be a victim, don't be a victim, and that encouraged me to work harder and reach my goals. I would like to thank my mom for helping me times things for my physics labs, even when I was up all night crying because I was trying to perfect them and I was tired and didn't want to do it anymore. And I'm honored to have Mr. Martin with me standing here. He was my physics teacher during my junior year, and I brought him here because he has a natural gift of making one of the hardest subjects that I've ever taken seem very easy. And anyone that knows him and has been in his class also knows that he is a genius. His talents range from building his own house and making his car run off batteries instead of gas to building a hovercraft and getting phone calls from NASA at school because he is so smart. His knowledge has inspired me and has motivated me to continue my education at the University of Dayton. I can only hope that one day I can achieve the same amount of knowledge as Mr. Martin has. Thank you.
Next, we have Kaylee Rollins. Kaylee plans to attend Campbell University in North Carolina and major in pre-med, and Kaylee will also be playing soccer.
Well, as she said, I'm Kaylee Rollins. These are my parents, Kristen and Dave Rollins. And I just want to say thanks to them. This has been my dream to be standing here as a valedictorian since I was the last time I can remember. And they've never pushed me to be like, you have to get good grades, you have to do this. They just know that it's something that I wanted to do, and they've always just been there to support me. So I thank you for that. And then my special guest is Matt Sheltree. I call him Schultz, so it's really awkward for me to call him by his full name. He's my soccer coach, and obviously soccer is a big part of my life. And there's a couple reasons why I wanted to bring him here. And the first one was because there's been a lot of times when I felt like no one really understands where I come from, or I get frustrated on the field, or just with things in life. And he's been through the same kind of things that I've been through, and he's easy to talk to. And he always knows the right thing to say to calm me down. And also because he taught me that you have to give 100% in everything you do, or you're never going to be successful. If I do something maybe just 95% and I'm thinking, okay, I can get away with that. No, you have to do better. You always have to push yourself to do 100%, and he wouldn't accept anything less. So I thank you for doing that, because I want to be here for the done that. So thank you.
And next we have Abby Shepard. Abby will be attending the University of Notre Dame and studying environmental science with hopes of pursuing a degree in pediatric medicine.
Hi, okay, I'm Abby, and I came here with my parents, Mark and Julie Shepard. I would first like to thank them. I really can't thank them enough, no matter what I would say, for everything that they've done to get me here. Whether it's helping me with college applications, or driving me to college visits, or going to every event that I've ever done. Today. She is my flute private lesson teacher, but she does way more than that. She also helps with the marching band and the concert bands and plays for the choirs, and she's just everywhere. And I first met her 8 years ago in 5th grade when I started taking lessons. And at that point, I could not even play a single note on my instrument, the flute. And I brought her today because music has been such an important part of my life in the past, well, my entire life, basically. Yeah, in the past 4 years, I've had the privilege to play in wind ensemble, in pep band, in marching band, in tri-state honor band, in Muse Machine band, and I wouldn't have been able to do it if it wasn't for her. She was always there to encourage me, to spend countless hours working with me. Like if I had auditions coming up for like tri-state, she'd schedule extra lessons every week. Sometimes I saw her for like 3 hours, like in 1 week. Like 3 lessons. It was ridiculous. She was always there to spend extra time with me or help me with whatever I needed to. And she's been there every step of the way to push me to be at the best I can be and to just make me love music. And I'm planning on auditioning for Notre Dame's marching band next year. Fingers crossed. And I just want to keep playing because I love music, and she gave me that love of music. Thank you, Ms. Neubauer.
And next we have Devin Williams. And Devin plans to attend Wright State University to major in language arts education.
Hi everybody, my name's Devin, and I'm here with my parents, Mitchell and Ann Williams. I'd like to thank them for creating me, I guess. Without them, I would not be here, obviously. I'd like to thank my mother for being just an amazing mom to both me and my little brother. Alex, he's 12 years old, he's in a wheelchair, and he has cerebral palsy and epilepsy, and my mom has just been a fantastic mother to both him and me, and I wish someday I could be half the mother that she is. And so I invited my special guest, Miss Herb. You're probably wondering why, I'm going to be an English major. You're probably wondering why I invited my math teacher. Well, Miss Herb, your enthusiasm for statistics and math in general is just unparalleled. I've never had a teacher who's been like this excited about statistics and math. She does that all the time. But I invited you tonight because in all my years at Northmont, you're the very first math teacher to make me a future English major. Absolutely love statistics. It's just, I love it. And I never thought I would love a math class, but here we are. And I hope someday I can be as good a teacher as you are. Thank you.
And our last student, our salutatorian, is my eyes are watering if I can read what I got here. That was very touching. Brittany Pollard. And Brittany is enrolled at the Ohio State University, double major in microbiology and German in preparation for medical school.
Okay, I'm Brittany, and my parents are Stephen and Kathy Pollard, and my special guest today is Tom Wilson, who is the Science Olympiad coach here at Northmont. And I'd like to thank my parents for encouraging me to get to this point and dealing with me throughout high school, mostly my dad coming home at 12:30 at night from work and turning off the light when I'm still with books scattered around the bed and just falling asleep studying, and my mom for making me tea when I'm sick and dealing with me when I've inevitably hurt myself again. So thank you guys so much. And my special guest is Tom. I've known Tom since I was a really little girl, because he lives catty-corner to me, and I've gone to elementary school with his daughters, and I didn't really know he would have such an impact on my life until about last year. For 5 years, these past 5 years, I've considered him my boss at the Caves, and I've been dealing with him from 6 in the evening to 2 in the morning, dealing with little kids and really mean customers. And then these past 2 years, he's been my coach and my mentor, and he's helped me so much with my work ethic and my leadership skills, and most of all, he's instilled in me a passion for science that I had no idea that I would ever gain after going through 7th and 8th grade science classes. So thank you, Tom, for giving me all that I need to succeed in college.
Let's give all our honorees, both our students and our special guests who obviously had a tremendous impact on their lives. Let's give them all a round of applause. I'd just like, in closing, to take this opportunity to thank all of you for your attendance in recognizing both our students, the outstanding job that their parents have done, and the special guests, as I said, the impact that they've had on all of these students in their lives. Cherish this evening, students, parents, guests, because you all deserve it very much. And finally, I am very proud of these young students and these young adults and their accomplishments. I'm also very confident that all of our futures are in good hands, and these young men and women will surely continue the tradition of people making Northmont City Schools an excellent place to learn, live, and work. So thank you very much for this evening, and have a good night.